Am I the a-hole for making my wife go to a party where she had to confront her past? I forced my wife to go to a party and now my marriage is ruined. Me and my wife, Kara, have been married for 4 years now. We had an arranged marriage, but so far we have had a good marriage and a strong bond. I love her and would do anything for her in the blink of an eye. Before we got married, we decided that we will have our own individual space and we don't have to tell each other everything unless we feel the other person should definitely know. The arrangement went well for years. When I met Kara for the first time, she was a very conservative person and a bit too devoted to religion. She told me that she wasn't a good person in the past, but since then, she has tried to be a good person living a moral life. She told me some details about her past and how she was a wild girl in college and had several relationships and partners. Even after we got married, she would tell me some details about her past, but I never pressed to get information she didn't want to share. She always refers to her college self in the third person, and whenever she talks about her past, she always says that her college self is a horrible person. Since then, she has been more devoted to religion, and is quite different from her previous self. I have seen some pictures and videos, and Kara is nothing like that person today. Kara doesn't have a lot of friends and mostly spends her time praying or with other religious stuff. I am the only person she shares her thoughts with. A few months ago, out of the blue, she got a call from her best friend from college, Renee. I saw Kara light up after talking to Renee. Kara felt so happy after reconnecting with Renee, and Renee invited her to a party at her place. Renee also called up their other friends from college. Kara was conflicted about going to the party. I convinced her to go, saying the worst that could happen is that she has a boring night. Kara asked me to come along with her. Even during the drive, I was thinking about getting some embarrassing and funny stories about my wife from her friends. When we reached Renee's place, I realized why Kara was conflicted. Kara was dressed very conservatively, with light makeup and very little jewelry. Her friends from college were the exact opposite. They were dressed like tweens going out to party all night. The night started normally with the girls sharing funny tales, but the stories quickly became raunchy and then horrifying. I found out that Kara and Renee were the leaders of a group of mean girls. They slept around, abused alcohol and drugs, and on occasions, ruined people's lives. Kara stepped away to go to the bathroom when the group turned to me and told me stories about my wife. Renee talked about Kara sleeping with most of the professors at their college, which I did know about but wasn't aware the number was that high. Renee purposely told me about how Kara and Renee systematically gaslight a woman into believing that she is a lesbian and ruined her marriage because her husband had rejected Kara's advances. And all the girls found this incident to be funny. I wanted to leave, but I couldn't find Kara. I went to the bathroom to look for her and found her curled up in a corner, crying. I picked her up and left immediately. The entire drive back, Kara was sobbing and kept repeating, "I am sorry." She was inconsolable for days and then, well, she threw herself into religion. She started praying for 6 to 8 hours every day. Her daily prayers and rituals usually took 2 hours. I thought that giving her space would help her heal, and she would talk to me whenever she was ready. We haven't talked much since then. She still cuddles up in bed but doesn't say anything. Last week she told me that she has decided to be celibate for the rest of her life to repent for her former sins. She asked for my support and apologized for springing it on me. She has told me to leave her if I can't live a celibate life with her. I have tried talking to her about trying therapy, but she is adamant about her plan. I ruined my near-perfect life by forcing her to go to that party. Update. Last night when we got into bed, I told her, "I love you and I will wait for you to be ready for me." At the time, I wasn't even sure what I meant. I just had to talk to her. Her eyes welled up with tears. I could tell she wanted to wail and scream but was holding back. She grabbed me and didn't want to let go. She whispered, "I love you." We held each other for the rest of the night. In the morning, I asked if she would just talk to a therapist. I assured her I would try to support her decisions either way. She agreed and kissed me. We hadn't kissed in almost 2 months. I thought my wife was back. But a few minutes later she texted me from the kitchen, "My celibacy doesn't have to mean yours. You are free to leave me. If you want to stay, I will not interfere with your physical needs." It killed me reading the text. We haven't said a word to each other since then. Second update. Kara started therapy thanks to the efforts of some members of her religious group. She will need a lot of time, and I don't know if I will ever get my wife back. Everyone keeps telling me that she will get better soon, but I'm not sure if she will still be my wife when she does. Even if she does come back, I have heard things about her past that make it very hard for us to just continue our relationship. Some details make me feel that Kara doesn't deserve happiness. For now I will support her to help with her recovery, but I'm not sure what happens after.